Painting destroyed my health. Almost, literally. You don't believe me, right? Maybe you're still young and this doesn't affect you yet. But I'm pushing almost 50. And after 25 years behind the easel, my body shows it. If you want to know how, then watch this video. Let's start with the obvious one. If you work with oil, solvents, mediums, you know exactly what I mean. That beautiful artistic smell, right? That visitors find charming. Yeah, try breathing that for 8 hours a day. I've been painting for years, and even though solvents don't directly create nasal polyps, they irritate your nose so much that chronic inflammation eventually does the job. And that's exactly what happened to me. Yeah, I ended up with these polyps and I went through 3 surgeries. 3. Turpentine is something every painter knows well and not exactly in the pleasant way. Its sharp, penetrating smell tells you immediately how strong it is. Odorless mineral spirits might feel safer just because they don't hit your nose the same way, but the truth is simple. They're still solvents and your body reacts to them even if you can't smell them anymore. And the same goes for all other thinning agents and mixtures we use in the studio. Over time, this entire chemical environment takes a toll if you are not careful with ventilation or exposure. Now, of course, there are eco-friendly alternatives. They are gentler, more modern, and they can thin paint reasonably well, but they behave kind of differently. Some dry slower, some change the feel of the layers, and some just don't work well for classic layer techniques. After trying pretty much everything, what helped me the most wasn't switching products. It was using the traditional materials more responsibly. Good airflow, sealing every medium the moment I'm done with it, and avoiding unnecessary exposure. Those simple habits made the biggest difference in the long run. If you paint for hours, you eventually feel it. First, a little tension in your lower back, then shoulders, and by the end of the day, you move like someone who's been folded in half. Back pain is incredibly common for painters, but it's not just part of the job. It's mostly the result of spending too much time in awkward positions. The biggest issue is simple: leaning forward, head pushed out, static posture for way too long. Do it every day and your body starts building bad habits. So what you can actually do? First, adjust your height. Your canvas should be roughly at the eye level so you don't have to bend forward. Rise it for detail work. Lower it for broad strokes. Keep your spine neutral. Second, take a short break every 45-60 minutes. 2 minutes is enough. Stand up, straighten your back, roll your shoulders, stretch your spine. Tiny habit, huge long-term impact. If you would like to dive deeper into my painting process, see full-length tutorials, or access my books and behind-the-scenes materials, you can join me on Patreon. There are over 100 videos and a ton of extra resources waiting for you there. I'm adding new content all the time, so there's always something fresh to learn or explore. You can also subscribe here on YouTube so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. The Patreon link is in the description. Check it out. Third, strengthen your core. This one changed everything for me, for example. I go to the gym 3 times a week to keep my back stable and pain-free. Stronger core muscles makes painting easier, not harder. You last longer and you don't finish the day feeling broken. You can also change positions. Alternate between standing, sitting, and different angles of work. Your back hates repetition more than effort. Painting is demanding, mentally and physically. But if you take care of your body and give your mind some real silence, you can paint for years without pain holding you back. And now, your eyes. Another thing that really takes a beating are your eyes. When you paint for hours and stare at one tiny spot on the canvas, your eyes basically look into a single focal distance, and they are not built for that. They are designed to constantly shift, near, far, light movement, but painting forces them into a frozen tunnel of detail. That's why after a long session, you look up and the whole room feels blurred, like the world suddenly downgraded its resolution. Glasses make it even more intense. They help you see sharply, sure, but they also hold your focus in one fixed range. So when you are glancing into tiny textures in all day, your eye muscles barely move at all. It's like holding a dumbbell in one position for hours. Nothing gets stronger. It just burns out. That's when you get the pressure behind your eyes, the dryness, the headaches, that weird sensation like your eyeballs are overheating. Okay, the fix is pretty simple but powerful. Every 20 minutes, look at something far away for a few seconds to stretch the eye muscles. Sometimes take off your glasses just so your eyes can refocus on their own. And step back from the canvas more often, not just for your painting, but to let your vision reset. Painting won't destroy your eyes forever, but yeah, it can exhaust them like a marathon if you don't give them a break. Emotional and mental damage is a real thing as well. Painting does not just show up in your body, it leaves marks on your mind. Let's talk about the psychological part, because that's the whole different battlefield. Being an artist means living with constant self-doubt, comparing yourself to everyone online, feeling like your best work still is not good enough, and carrying the pressure to post, to grow, to sell, to stay original every single day. And when one video flops, your brain immediately goes, congratulations, your entire career is over. And there's also the loneliness. Painting is quiet, brutally quiet, hours alone, days alone, stuck in your own head. And if you don't balance that with the real life, your family, friends, movement, sunlight, anything outside the studio, it hits you harder than you expect. That's why I always say, art is beautiful, but don't romanticize it too much. So yeah, painting can mess with your nose, your back, your eyes, and even your mind. But if you take care of yourself, you can keep creating for years without falling apart. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to support my work and get extra videos, books, and behind the scenes stuff, the Patreon link is right below this video. Bye bye.